Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our entry level to Megabase, where last episode we just got our final science set up, at least to some degree. So it's working. Hopefully we're gonna get a rocket launch from it in a little while. But before that, we'll have to fix one of the last major bottlenecks we have in terms of just getting some kind of production, and that is our plastic input from our oil and pretty much our red circuits. So two things I want to fix, maybe three things this episode. One, I want to get this beaconed and productivity modules in them as well, just to save a bit on the resources. So let's go and do that first, and then I'll talk about the two other things afterwards. But as you probably already guessed, it's gonna have something to do with oil and plastic and all that shenanigans. So firstly, let's just tear down that one. Let's tear down this one as well. So we just have one to work with. So we can look at a somewhat good beacon setup. Luckily, we are starting to build a bit of surplus of both speed and productivity, so waiting for those is not going to be that big of a deal this time, but it probably will in the future. So let's see here. I'm gonna go with the same setup we have over here. That is pretty much gonna work exactly the same way. It's what we have, so let's stick with that. That means we'll have beacons running down this entire chain, and we could probably just start, let's see, maybe right here, so we at least have one touching up here for now. So let's try this. If we just try and beacon this as the first thing. So that means let's get productivity in everything right here. Let's just do an entire row and see if we can actually handle that. The speed is actually still quite surprising how fast it's producing. We'll just see if this can keep up or we'll need more inputs. So this is still getting emptied out, that is fine. Let's give this some speed. Oh, did I throw into this one? Did not mean to do that. There we are. So that means that these are running very quickly. Let's just give you a small upgrade as well. And look at that, that is going in as fast as it can. We could put in speed modules, so as you can see, 1.8. If we do that, we will have 4.3, but I don't think the inserters can handle that. So if you want to do this, we will have to add a second chest. Might be necessary at some points, but let's just try and run with this little setup for now. Producing the plastic we need. Is it going to be more or less than we had before? It should be more, to be honest, since we have the same inputs. But that is one thing we'll have to check. So let's leave it at this for now. And go look at the next thing. It's pretty much down here. We have a few issues. Mostly just that we have no oil. Or we have some oil, but not enough oil flowing into our system. So we added a few out here. Not going that fast. We could go and beacon it. We could go and put in speed modules. And I might just do that just to get the speed up a bit. I'd also want to get the ones we have down here. We'll just have to wait until this has been explored or go down there and set it up ourselves. And then we should have a quite good setup. In terms of more oil, we could go over here, or we could just start to beacon or throw in beacons into these. Is it possible to just say, no, of course we can't. We'll probably have to go to one of them to be able to move it around as I want. So for now, let's just go down to the bottom and have a look. We are setting up oil right here. Let's clear some trees while we go, just to get a bit of it away from our land. Don't really want it to annoy us anymore. So let's see here. They are moving whatever we had in our way. And can we easily set this up? We can like that. And then I just need to bring in something I forgot. Can I craft one? I can. That is perfect. Oh, and one thing while we're looking. The offshore pump got a new upgrade. So if you see over here, it has a brand new design. Looking very nice. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So can we do this? And then just say, please bring it in with, and what's it called, speed modules in it. Seems that is the case. So let's just stay with that. Let's steal this little part. You can just go, let's see, that's in between two cells, so it probably has to be over here if we want to be in robotic range. Let's just place it right here for now. Will that reach? Just barely. Let's do that then. Then we can move it in a little bit. So let's just do, here we are. You can just go over here. And there we are. That's gonna work as soon as we place in the rest of the things. Of course, remembering to do the power as well. It has been one of the things I normally forget to hook up power, but that should be good. Now I want to see if I can do this. Take you, and can I get it just flown in like this? No, but I should be able to deconstruct them and then do it. So do this and do, let's see down here. Oh, here we are. There. Can I do that then? That I can do. So let's just deconstruct all of these and get the rest flown in. There we are. And then do just a nice quick upgrade with speed. And hopefully we will produce a bit more oil then. I think that will be just fine. That should be all of them. Last one, we had a bit up here. Let's give this the same treatment. Adding in what we need. Just a bit of copy paste is always good. So that will drain a bit of our stash of what's called speed modules. But that should be good. Then that should give us a bit more oil. We will at least have to check our fluid interface at some point. If you look at oil right here, we're going about 33k. All the way down to 0 now since everything's flying out. So let's see what we hit as soon as it's done constructing. Could start to build a land bridge over here and get some more oil, or just continue our little expansion here to the west. There we are. That's not going to be that good, but we could probably do it. That is fine. Let's just get those two in first. Do you want to go north? Just a few. That should be good. So back to the next part of the three things I talked about. Oil was one of them. We could probably, now that I think about it, let's take a car out. That's going to be a bit faster. Go and add some productivity to our, what's it called? Refineries. I think that could be something that also will help a bit on our oil situation at the moment. Oh, and to be honest, we have this entire thing we can beacon. Why did I forget about this part? Because the two, what's it called? Pretty much doubling the speed, doubling the output of oil from this one, which is one of my biggest places right now. So there we are. We could also beacon all of it, but let's just start with this little part and see how the oil looks in just a little bit. So let's add, yeah, we might as well add productivity. We're not getting oil in fast enough anyway. So if we add productivity to all of these, it will slow it down quite a bit. But yeah, let's give it a try and see how badly it goes. Don't know if it's ever gonna be a surplus or make it good, but let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Should we do the same over here? Might want to wait just a little while before doing it, since they are quite expensive and I want to use it somewhere else. So back to the main base and the main build for this episode, which is trying to do a beacon build for our red circuits, because right now they're just going completely crazy in terms of production. This could probably use a few beacons as well. But then again, if we don't have the plastic, it doesn't really matter if we upgrade that. So reducing what requires the plastic, being our advanced circuits, I think that could help us a whole ton increase our speed. So looking at these, how should we set it up? I'll still want to have this belt transporting things. So if we take, pretty much using this one that is upgraded already, adding in, they go on both sides. Does that mean that we can throw in right here? Then we can actually save half of the beacons. Yeah, let's try that. So firstly, please deconstruct pretty much all of this. That's gonna give us robots a bit to do, but that should be fine. So that means we just have to do a few beacons all the way down right here. Add in a ton of productivity. So let's do that first. You'll get productivity. That was a lot of productivity. Could probably skip it on this one for now and add it just to these, since they are the most expensive. And then give a ton of speed for these, so they can run non-stop and give us 40% more input or usage out of our things. There's a big road of robots trying to deliver things. So come on robots, please pick all of this up wherever you are at. Let's give it a bit of a helping hand. At least so I can set up the first part of this build. So this should give us enough room to throw in the beacons. So let's see here. Let's start here. I don't want to beacon too much on the bottom one for now, but I think that should be good. Oh, and one thing I completely forgot that I think actually should work. No, it won't. Never mind. I was just thinking about using a buffer chest to supply me with building resources, but that will also add it to what's it called, everywhere else we want to build things. So I'll still have to go get these by hand a little while, because just putting them down all over the base is not really something I really want to do just yet. Though I think our power can support it to a degree, but don't think it's good enough in terms of what I want. Could probably beacon all of that as well. But yeah, we will check that out after this one. There we go. Here is beacons speed for you. That should increase that speed quite a bit. And now for the next thing. Wow, they're slow at moving this, because what I want to do then is copy paste this pretty much over here. And unfortunately, they can't really reach 1, 2. Or you should be able to reach the beacons. But we'll see as soon as this is gone. Let's give it a helping hand again. Because I want to get this done. And now you're seeing one of the backsides of having all your construction robots in one network is that it can be quite far away when we have to do this. What leads to me having to do this manually. You can go away. You can go away. Same with that. So now for the exciting part. Can we just copy this over here and get what we need? There we are. Let's try this one more time. Right here. And hopefully that means that we'll get this one to touch both of them. It does. Only beacon once, but it will touch... No, wait, it should touch both sides, so we can do double beacons on these in the middle. Hopefully, that these will reach. Oh, that's actually quite good. I didn't think it will reach both sides, but we might actually be in luck that it's gonna do just that. If it is, that means we'll move it over a bit. How's the plastic looking? Not really going up yet. We are producing a ton more oil. So that's actually very good. We just need our refineries to catch up. Starting to build. We're building a surplus. Why ain't you running? Okay, petroleum is full. Oh, is it just this one that can't keep up now? Oh, look at that, guys. We are already at a way better place than we were before. So that means we can actually, let's do this from there, I can fit it in. We'll have to move it over a bit. Pretty much adding in these. To be honest, let's just do that first and then we can move it afterwards. Right here and to here and there. Hopefully that means that this will run way faster in just a little bit. And it can spend all of this petroleum. Because we put in one here, then we put in one there. I don't think we fit in more than 3. So let's stick with 1 for now and see if that will work. And then we'll just give our robots a bit of time to set all of this up. Yeah, so plastic is actually what's holding up. This can just do its thing, get it done and set up. Don't know if I should deactivate this entire smelter array. We can do it a quite simple way. So let's try and deactivate it by just removing all of, oh, not that, all of the red chests or all the passive providers. There we are. Please remove that. That should stop everything in this one. We do the same in this one up here. please remove all the rest chests. Because then I know what I have to add in if we want to start it up again. That means only this one will be running, but that means all our plastic should go here. And that is exactly what I want. So yeah, wow, we have double beacons, that's perfect. So let's just do a simple thing, which is adding to this one instead, since that is a bit closer, or just keeping it like this. Hopefully all of our things can handle this little setup we're running here. Do we have any beacons, any productivity nearby we're not using? We'll just leave that. Just missing all of the plastic, but there we are. That is a pretty nice red circuit build. This is not gonna work as soon as they're filled with the plastic. This one is just waiting for plastic. So that means plastic, what we should go and look at right now. Quite soon we'll also start a bit of research. Mostly to get our Power Armor Mark II done. Or, sorry, researched. We should have everything we need just to blast through these things. Though we don't have that many labs activated, but it shouldn't be that bad to do. So let's just do this. Of course, they're not going to place any beacons since I have them all on me. But now they should probably fly them in. They are. And that should increase the speed quite a bit on these. Can this one keep up? Quite easily. Easy flying in things. So let's just do this little part. Just to expand out our plastic. There we are. That seems rather good. And hopefully this will supply all the plastic we need. Oh! Are we missing coal? Seriously? Nope, we're just missing... We're just not requesting it fast enough. Oh yeah, we need to do one thing. I completely forgotten about that. Let's get ourselves a buffer chest. Just place... Let's do 2 or 1 at least. You can request in coal. Let's just do 2. The reason for that is then we have enough coal stored up here that they can easily put it into these. So what's limiting these are not coal. That is quite stupid. And as we talked about before, the reason why it's not going into the chests is that it's trying to deliver 100, but counts what's in flight as well. If we add into these, they'll take the shortest distance and put them into all of these before it go and gets from the what's called productivity or the passive provider ones at the ore patch. So this should help a whole lot. I'm guessing those guys are going to get coal. Just a small observation. Gonna add it back into this and then we should be good. Could probably wait with this until we have... Oh, this should be fine. We should be able to run 2. Might be filling up on plastic. Anyway, let's just try and disconnect this one for now. I want to make sure that this gets fully productivityed before. And I want to see how fast this one runs. Now that we actually have coal nearby. So as you can see, now they're taking it a lot shorter. And it should easily be able to supply these. If not, we'll just have to increase how much they're requesting at a time. So if we look at everything, oil is a lot better, but we did max out because we're not consuming it yet, since this little setup is not done. So let's just get it up and running. Plastic is full. This is going into... Oh, it's because it has the wrong insert. I was like, why is it going so slowly? And of course we'll have to remember to upgrade those. Because now we have no demand for plastic all of a sudden. And that is always nice to see that the things change a bit. But that is the way it is. When we're setting up new production lanes, we'll just have to do a bit of fine tuning to get it completely right. Right now, this one is the limiting factor. So let's do this one. Hopefully 1 is enough to supply all of these. It's probably not. Let's just see. And then we'll just add one simple little modification, being that and that one. Let's go all the way down now. Are they working non-stop? The last one. Looks like that is the case. So let's just do the same to the other ones. And add in here and there. And there. That works. Here, here, and here. Here, 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 and that, and that. So there we are. Hopefully that's gonna make sure all of this runs as fast as we can. It's backing up. That is working. How is our red circuit production looking right now? It went quite down, but it should hopefully go up to this level at least. Though we have stopped like 2 whole production lines, so we might have to do a bit of beaconing on this as well to get it running full speed. There we are, and let's fully beacon you. So this runs as fast as it can. Let's take out some of these. You can see we have doubled a lot of the power poles. Let's do the same over here then, just to make sure we have it sorted out nicely for our future builds. This is at least supplying enough now. So that is very, very good. The last thing we could do to make sure this runs optimally is add a little buffer chest for the items they need in this cell, being plastic green circuits and other things. Why ain't you going down? Is that because we are missing some beacons? That's probably the case. Will this be enough to make it flow all the way down? And I could probably use productivity in them, but I'd rather save those for more important things right now. Then hopefully it can get all the way down in just a little bit. Yeah, because right now it's just the outputs, that's the question. Can we do something cool and innovative? Not really. We'll just have to go with it like this. Or to be honest, we probably have to do this instead. Here, and add in the third one. Then we should have a full line going down. Might have to upgrade it to, what's it called? A blue belt. to make sure that it can handle what we want. Because these out here is fast enough. This one is lacking a bit because of the massive amount of speed beacons. But it seems this might be enough for it to run non-stop, or close enough at least. So production wise, we're consuming a lot less plastic now than we were before. But we should also be producing more red advanced circuits for the same amount. So let's see here. Still gonna lack it since we're producing this, but at least now we have a surplus of a few things. That's probably gonna go down, or might go down if we look at... Yeah, we're producing 1.2 right now. We're only consuming, let's see, a minute. Oh, we're about the same. Maybe we can support it with this. But that is quite good from just this small amount that we're actually producing that much. And all it's lacking is just a, what's it called, plastic flying in. So let's do ourselves a favor and do, can do one right here in the middle of it. Can we do something like that? We can, and let's just request 1,000. Not request any of that, and 1,000 green circuits. Hopefully that means we'll have enough to fly around. Also if we expand it out to different places. And then we can deliver out to everything around it and hopefully get plastic in fast enough. Since that is what we are lacking at the moment. Because they have a bit of travel distance to get there. From right here. Could increase how much we can store, because right now we are maxing out on some of them, mostly because we're not picking it up. So hopefully this means that it can run non-stop. Wow, look at all those green circuits. That is insane. One 1.2, 1.3. Yeah, we'll check back in just a few minutes and see how this looks. So hopefully that's going to give us a lot more advanced circuits. I have a pretty big feeling that it's going to do just that. And then we'll just have to monitor the situation about our electronic circuits. That's probably going to miss it quite soon, since as you can see, our consumption went up a whole lot. So I think the next thing we'll look at is beaconing those and getting that running as perfectly as possible. That might mean we'll have to redesign this a bit, or keep the design like this and not worry about them getting touched by 2 beacons, but just 1. I don't know what the best solution is. This will require a lot more, what's it called? Productivity ones, and that will require more speed ones. And I kind of want to try and do as much as I can with beacons. I think that might be the best solution. So next episode we'll look at our green circuits and making sure that can handle what we are about to give it of things. At least right now we are getting things in fast enough, but that means that this is completely shutting down. So yeah, we'll have to look at some way of organizing this so we can actually get things all the way down, even though we are using double beacons. That's going to be quite exciting. But yeah, that will be next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please comment what you think about this build. Right now it's a bit too fast to what I can handle with this build. But upgrading to fast or express should probably solve that issue, since it's not a production issue. It's just a requesting of items issue. So yeah, that's gonna be quite good. Just the last thing I'm gonna do, let's just add some copper to this one. There we are. Yeah, and that's gonna be the last thing I do. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll give me a like and a subscribe. And then I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.